when I'm facilitating retreats, I always say it. I see myself like kind of the tool of creating this space, but it's much beyond me. It always amazes me, the people that are attending the retreat, and it's something like a magic creates there, because people are connected to one another in a deeper level and resonate within each other. And it's not me. I'm only creating the space for it to happen. So it's really always excited me to see the process that occurs there. So as you say, we need to create these spaces. And, I want to move a little bit to ask you, in the workplaces, in organizations, if leaders want to create this space for serendipity, what do you think they should do in order to make it happen? Because it's not a common theme right now.
Yeah, it's interesting, because in a way, when you think about it, it's exactly this, that on one hand, you want to have this kind of idea that people can anchor themselves in what feels most meaningful to them, right? So that there's a certain flow. And then at the same time, you want to have a certain sense of direction, a certain sense of where you're going as a collective, right? So that you can actually rally people and say, this is something we believe in together. This is something where we can go together. And so one of the key themes that has come out of our research is, we did a study, for example, with over 30 of the world's most successful CEOs, where we sat down with them and we said, what is it that truly makes you successful? And one of the key themes behind that is that they are extremely good at saying, here's a sense of direction. Here's a North Star. So if I'm Paul or Ajay Banga, the former CEO at MasterCard, he would say something like, I want to bring 500 million people into the financial system who were previously unbanked. So they didn't have access to financial transactions. Now that I bring them in via MasterCard, they can be part of the economic system. So they can become entrepreneurs. They can kind of have access to these kind of things. So that was the kind of sense of direction for his company, so he could rally people. But then he also said, you know what, here's a strategy. I'm telling you already now that this is the strategy, but we will adjust the strategy based on new information are coming in. And that is not a weakness. That is part of the plan. And that's really to your flow point, right? That the idea is that if you identify things that feel better in the moment for whoever is in charge of that particular moment, then actually we adjust that strategy, and that is an active process of leadership. And to me, that's really at the core. Tom Lindenberger said that beautifully, the CEO of Cummins, that cultivating serendipity is an active approach to leadership in times of uncertainty. Because essentially what you're doing is you're saying, I cannot give you absolute certainty because that would be dishonest. You can try that, but it's dishonest. What you can do is you can give clarity. So I can't give you certainty, but I can give you clarity. And that clarity of purpose, that clarity of where you're going, combined with a strategy that you adjust based on what comes your way, is kind of like what really defines those leaders. And